I'll cast a gamble.
No effects to gamble.
No effects.
Okay.
Discard the card
That's
that
the-
you tutor 4 out of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the chances.
Hey, that's diabolical, chill. What's up, y'all? It's TTC, aka the ThunderConductor, and we back here for another YouTube video and Twitch stream. If you're on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you're on Twitch, make sure you follow and ring the bell. If you're looking for more ways to support the show, we have a plethora. Starting off with our ThunderConductor Discord community. This is a free to join community that we honestly, it's amazing. It's just amazing to be able to connect with people, to jam games, be able to talk about the spoilers and talk about our favorite brews. But if you want to get a little bit more like early releases and exclusive content, shout out on our streams and YouTube videos, as well as free proxies and discount codes, I want you to check out the Thunder Legion Patreon community. These guys rock and they keep the lights on the way that you could not imagine. But if you say, AT, I don't want the Patreon, the proxies, or the perks. I just want to say one time for the fun time that I love what you do. And I want to learn about your Tiamat brew one-on-one. I want to learn how you politic so well. No, forget all that. I want to learn how to make my deck into a meta buster brew. Check out the link in the bio. I offer one-on-one coaching to be able to give you all those services and so much more. But with that said, let's get right into this gameplay.
Any pre-games?
Nope.
I wish.
I will draw. I'll crack the Verdant Catacombs. I'll grab a Bayou with it, and then I'll play this Mox Diamond. I'll pitch this Simic Growth Chamber to the den, and then tap the Bayou, tap this. I'll play a Minstrel.
Pass a Minstrel.
I will pass.
Quick.
Yeah, turn 1 Minstrel's not terrifying. I'll draw. Overgrown 2, I'll take 2. Go to 38. And I'll pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, I'll draw 1. I will play a Scolding Tarn. I will fetch, go down to 39, get a Badlands, and then play this Ragavan. If it resolves, I'll pass turn.
Draw for turn. Are we gonna do an Ancient Tomb? Have that Ancient Tomb or Grim Monolith.
Pass.
I'm gonna tap that Grim Monolith. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Palantir of Orthanc.
Okay. At the beginning of your next end step, put an influence counter on Palantir of Orthanc and scry 2. Then target opponent may have you draw a card. If that player doesn't, you mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counters on this card, and that player loses life to the total number of mana value of those cards.
And then
draws it, yeah.
I'm gonna play a Chalice for 0. I'm gonna pass after that. Going to end step, scry my 2. Both to the bottom. I'll have Detrove.
Yeah, you can go ahead and draw.
Alright, go ahead.
Tap. Draw. We'll play a Besage's Land for turn. And I'm just gonna pass.
At step, I'm gonna Vampiric Tutor. I'll get this card. Oh, I wonder what it could be. This goes on top. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play a Command Towers Lane for turn.
Got it, brother.
I'll pay 2 for this Bloom Tender.
Pass on Bloom Tender.
After that, I'll pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, I will draw 1. Go to combat. This is the one time I think I need a mana rock because I'm hurting on mana. I will attempt to poke Mike. Maybe you give me a mana rock.
Get a land.
I will just play my land for turn, which is a Boseiju. I have no other effects where I gotta pass turn. Just play Boseiju, pass.
Upkeep, draw. We're gonna play a Blast Zone.
Sounds good.
Enters with a charge counter. I think I just kick it through to end step and do my Palantir, and I'm gonna kick them both to the bottom.
Sounds good.
Detrove.
Yeah, you can draw. Back to your end step. I'll cast a Vamp Tutor. Move to my turn. Am I good to draw? I'll tap here, play a Mana Bolt.
Ooh, that's an ad nauseum.
Tap the Mana Vault, and this for a black, floating 2. I'll cast this Cabal Ritual, floating 1 black. I will cast this ad nauseum.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, boys. TTC don't got it.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing.
That's good?
Yep. Ready.
Starting from 37. Alright, we'll start flipping now. So, Rain of Filth. Necro. Siege, 1, 2, 3, 4. Green Suns,
Mhm.
and Confluence,
Mhm.
Land, Gamble, Loto, Takanuma, Gemstone, 2, 3, 6, Land, Imperial Seal, Lotus Petal, into the Floodmaw, Voice, Remora,
Mhm.
Ancient Tomb, Arcane Signet, Rain Freeze, Mana Bond, Land, Soaring, 1, 2, 3,
Almost.
Fierce. We one more, another land, one more, another land, one more. Swats, 1, 2, 3. I think I will stop there. We are going to use that black floating that we have to cast this Rain of Filth. Ancient Tomb.
Mhm.
Interesting.
I'll tap the Ancient Tomb, taking 2.
Yep.
Floating 1 to play a Soaring.
Yep. You have a floating colorless.
Floating colorless. I will use the colorless here. Or not here. I'll use the Soaring mana to play an Arcane Signet.
Okay.
Tap here for a red. And I'll cast a Gamble.
No effects to gamble.
No effects.
Yeah, cast the Gamble. Okay.
Discard the card
What's
that
the-
you tutor 4 out of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the chances.
Hey, yes, diabolical chill. Oh, I know what you could have done. Aw.
Yeah, overflooded with information is my greatest weakness.
It's okay. I know what you could have done.
Instead of gambling, he could have.
Floodballed and then do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just G.
And then played the Lotus Petal, cracked the Lotus Petal to gamble. And would've been
Yeah.
fine.
And then it's just G after he went. Yeah, literally.
I got 1 on top, 25 on the bottom. Someone give me a random number between that.
I can ask ChatGPT to give me a random number.
That's fun. Let the AI rule us. Do it.
17.
Scalding Tarn.
All right. I'm gonna run it fast.
I am just going to move through my steps and phases here and figure out what 7 to keep.
All right.
Already.
Wild.
I'll untap. I'll draw for turn. This unfortunate series of cards is not good for me.
Hmm.
I feel like
What-
Detrove's in that same boat right now.
Yeah, talk me through what you can do, and then I can let you know what I can do, and we can work together, bro. We can synchronize. Talk to me. You don't have to say
Well, I
exact
kept
cards, but like give me an energy or what you can do.
I can mess with his life total. I cannot get rid of the Wandering Minstrel.
Yeah, if you could fuck with his life total, that may help.
That 4.
You know, that's main phase Bowmasters.
ETB.
CTB.
I got
I'll hit
Mhm.
Detrove in the face for 1.
Yep.
I will pass after that.
All right. During your end step, Bowmasters.
Oh God, yeah.
It's good by me.
Gonna shoot my
ETB.
Bowmasters.
Detrove. Face.
Yeah, I will attempt to deflect and swat it. In
All right.
response
So
to
Target.
what are we
targets.
redirecting it to?
I'm gonna change your Bowmaster ping to your Bowmaster.
All right.
You still got the 1/1.
Got the 1/1. Swing both at Detrove.
I'll block the Ragavan and take 1.
And I pass the turn. All you gotta do is just draw, and we do 1 damage, and he dies the Mana Vault. So just draw in your end step, and that's it. Yeah, he could choose. No, he can't. Yeah, either way he dies, because if he lets you draw, you take a damage. If he lets you, well, no, he can
No.
pay for Mana Vault, but he will cuck himself on mana. So either way, we're good here. If you could force another draw, though, it would be good. Either another pitch.
My question is, can you back me up because he can counter what I want to cast? That's my problem here.
All you need to do is go to end step. Because if he makes you draw, then he takes the damage, and it severely cuts him. It turks him off Ancient, 2 men, 4 of the mana. And then, or if you let him do the flips, you get the scry, and you can set up to where he kills him. So either way, we're in a good position here.
And I might as well try to go for what I'm doing.
Yeah, so then yeah, do what if you force him to waste a counter spell as well, that's good as well.
Ancient Tomb, lose my 2. Attempt to cast Tezzeret.
Yeah, pass on it when he gets the T.
Detrove?
I will fierce that. I don't know what you're doing with it.
Yeah, we'll go to end step.
Yeah, you can draw.
Draw trigger Bowmasters.
Yeah, Bowmasters to your face.
Yep. I will untap. Upkeep. We'll have the Mana Vault. Tap the Soul Ring. And these 2 to untap my Mana Vault.
Mm-hmm.
I'll move to draw. So yeah,
Diamond.
if you got it, you got it. I'm gonna have to cast the Into the Blood Maw, targeting the Chalice. That's what I have to cast here.
So you do have to gift. The flood
Who we
maw, by the
gifting?
way.
I'll gift it to Mike.
Okay. I will show you a Force of Will, pitching this Dream Hall side top decked. Paying 1 life.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, tap here for a white. Tap here, floating 2 colorless. I will cast the Voice.
Pass.
And yeah, after that, I'm gonna pass.
Alrighty. I'll tap. I'll draw. A Mount Doom as Landford.
Kill him.
For Kinnan.
Pass.
I'll pass from there.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. I'll draw 1. Play the Shallow Grave. That okay? To bring the Ragavan back. That okay?
Yeah.
Hasty boy. You gonna hit me with it?
Yeah. Is that okay?
Got nothing for it. You got a land.
Land. I'll make a treasure. I will pass. Beginning at the end. Clean up. This will go to exile.
Play a Semblance Anvil.
No effects.
That's pretty
Discounts. Whatever you want to.
It's probably going to be an artifact creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Warring Triad. And then I'll do 1, 2 for a 1 ring.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And then I'll put a counter and tap the 1 ring. Draw.
Bowmasters.
Yep.
I'll shoot Detrove.
Mm-hmm.
End step. I got nothing else. Palantir triggers for 4. Up 2. Pitching the second card, keeping the first one on top.
Target player.
TT.
Take the card.
I draw it. Oh, master trigger.
Mm-hmm. Hit me in the face or Orc Army.
Probably going to be the Orc Army.
Got you. All right.
Good to pass.
I'll pay a white and 1. Let's make that white and 2. I'll cast Sisay. I'll take 1 off of Mount Doom.
Yep. Either way, I'm gonna get smacked in the face because he has protection. So before it's just say, I'm just gonna enlighten tutor.
Yeah.
That okay?
Yep. He still doesn't have red.
I'll
I
follow
assume
Risen
Sisay's
Steady,
good.
put that on top, and you guys just say.
Yep.
Alrighty. I'll tap this for Smothering Tithe with the white floating.
Yep.
Then with the white floating, I'll cast Enlighten Tutor. Let's put Cultist on top.
Okay.
Cultist on top. Smothering Tithe landed. I will pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, you get a treasure. Draw.
Yep.
When I draw this wrist stick, I will crack the treasure for blue. And tap, sack this Elvish Spirit Guide, and I'll cast a Rich 6 Study.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Pass if that resolves.
Upkeep, draw.
5.
Oh. Yeah, I'll tap the one. Draw 2. Okay, so I'll play Cavern of Souls as land for turn. I'll name God.
Mm-hmm.
Play Commander.
Ristic Study.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Also, off of Wondering, I get 2 more. Go up to 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then draw off Ristic Study, go up to 5.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, hold on, pause, because you did all the triggers. Like, take the last treasure back. I have a draw trigger on the stack. We can hold on, slow that down.
Go to
What
4.
stacks piece are you putting on the board? Because can you stop the 6A activation? Because I can deny triggers.
Graph Diggers.
Yeah, go ahead and put that down first. He's still gonna win with Planeswalkers, but put that down first before I take any draw triggers.
Cast Graph Diggers.
Pass on Draft Diggers.
Manifold Key.
He can't activate Planeswalkers against his speed. I'll just take the draw. I'm gonna make the treasure now.
I go to 5.
Okay. I'll tap Rogue's Passage for 2 colorless.
Mm-hmm.
Use one of them to tap the Manifold Key to untap the One Ring. I'll use the other floating to play a Basalt Monolith.
Mm-hmm. Ristic.
Go ahead.
No effects. Go ahead.
We go for the ring and
Mm-hmm.
draw 3.
Yep.
2,
This goes
3.
to 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tap the Eldrazi for Eldrazi mana, and having 1 extra that's non-Eldrazi.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use one of the Eldrazi mana for Glaring Fleshraker.
Ristic.
I get black to denote the Eldrazi. Go ahead. The Eldrazi Mimic for free.
Mm-hmm. Draw. Nope.
On the cast, I'll make a Eldrazi Spawn token.
Also goes to 11.
Mm-hmm.
When a colorless creature, the token and the mimic come in, each opponent will lose 1.
Mm-hmm. Go down to 37.
Oh, I also have Bowmasters for all of these.
We could start with the one, but we're not going all the way
I
back.
probably just shoot him at Mike's face, to be honest.
Nah, we got to get better. Respectfully of love.
Yeah.
I don't want to do
a lot of missed triggers.
Yeah, it's a lot of missed triggers. Yeah.
Take that last one though.
You could take the last one if you want to shoot it at something, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll just shoot it at Ultima for 1.
Yep. Tap last one for another 2. Colorless. I'll use that 2 colorless for an Obtruse.
Yep. Draw.
Yep. Make a second Eldrazi Spawn token.
Nope.
On the cast. That'll ETB before the Obtruse.
12 Bowmasters, I'll shoot bolts and
I'll have an Eldrazi and a colorless floating. I'll stack the 2 Spawn tokens. 2 colorless. Pass to Zolodok.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to hit a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
I had that guy in hand. On the cast, I'll make another Eldrazi Spawn token, hanging everybody for 1 there, and another one if Zolodok recalls.
Ristic.
I tried.
I'd crack 10 treasures, get Cultist for the first one. Yeah, I was gonna grab Guy's Cradle to Fairy.
For land.
Yeah.
And Aminatu, wherever the Fairy is.
Yeah, I would have gotten it.
Then I can go to Upkeep, or Untap, and
Mhm.
Upkeep. We're still on Upkeep, tap for 4 in a red.
Mm-hmm.
This would get me Agatha's Soul Cauldron.
Mhm.
Then off of Gaia's Cradle, I can tap this for 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And then one of whatever for a Bolus. The Bolus has the ability of Aminatu. I can minus to flicker the Guy's Griddle.
Mm-hmm.
Twice I can make 8 mana.
Mm-hmm.
Off of that floating 3 green, I can get Dahada. Mind's Bolus, Flicker, Guy's Cradle, then use on not too Flicker, Guy's Cradle, get Dahada. Dahada I can minus, most likely milled just 4 cards, get 4 treasures, or Oath of Teferi. Oath of Teferi, Bolus, and Amanatu. I can. Yeah, I also need Tyvar, which I have.
Yeah.
That'd be 7.
And then would you like to use your Teferi to bounce the Gravediggers to do infinite pings with OBM? All right, GG.
Send me to the afterlife.
Yeah, GG. All right, starting with Detrove. Talk to us, brother. Post-game analysis, all the good stuff.
Holy shit, man. That game. Man.
You let me down, bro. You had one job, bro. Turbo win, dude.
Hey, you know what? I got a little stimmied there, you know? That's what the kids say now. A little overstimulated. But yeah, that is one of my actual like issues in playing Magic is I got too convoluted with how to, like, once I realized there was something stopping me, I'm like, okay, I need to like do like a quintuple backflip to try and figure out how to get around this, when the obvious simple thing is to just play the Tundra and then cast into the Flood Maul and then win that way. And then the same thing happened the next turn, where it's just like, okay, I can get rid of it, I just need to activate the Aftermath Analyst and I can get rid of it. But I was like, no, I got to use this into the Flood Maul to get rid of it. But anyways, though, so the deck can at least do what it's supposed to do. That was confirmed.
Turn 3 on the play.
The pilot.
No, but that's impressive. That was impressive.
Yeah.
Main phase.
I will say one thing that I do think was pretty good is that this was my opening hand had like a buttload of mana and a tutor in it, and I knew that if I played the Mana Vault like super duper early, it was going to ring a lot of alarm bells for the Vampiric Tutor for what I was planning on doing for my turn.
Right.
So I liked that I was able to actually be able to cast the Mana Vault and the Ad Nauseam in the same turn.
Yeah.
And kind of just flip the switch right there. And the win was there, just needed to work around it a little bit more, see what was in my hand. But
and notably, my bad for cutting you off, but then notably also had your deflecting SWAT and Fierce Guardianship on as well. That was a good play, like to get the commander out turn 1. So by the time you did the Ad Nauseam, those were your only pieces of interaction. You had the Fierce and deflecting, and they would have never been online had you gone for just the turn 2, you know? So that was a good play.
I also do want to add Amulet of Vigor to this deck eventually, so that the situations in which I have Ad Nauseam, but I don't have enough to get Minstrel out, I have a backup game plan that I can do just raw Ad Nauseam, raw Necropotence, and just win off of that, you know. Like
running Entomb inside a Silent Ur Dragon doesn't hurt type shit.
Yeah.
I fuck with it. Good, yeah. Yep. Impressive, and I'm going to keep saying this, very impressive with the ability to main phase the Ad Naz and have the line. Now we didn't get there, but it's still okay. Like that's just use your, like that's just get better. Like that's pish posh. Your Detrove, you'll figure it out. That's not a big deal. But it just shows that you've been really working well on this list. Any other level ups from this game, Detrove, before we pass the mic over?
Man, I've been trying really hard lately to slow down my my plays whenever I've been playing this deck, to just slow down and like really try to like piece things together, because I have a very bad habit of just casting spells and then realizing, oh, if I would have done this would have been, it would have worked in my favor. And no better example than what just happened. I slowed things down, but I was unable to see the easy out. But you know, that just comes with, you know, knowing what options are available in the deck, and just getting used to having all those cards in my hand too. So it's just a different type of play style. I usually play like hard grindy mid-range decks like Marnius and stuff like that. So seeing all of those cards, like it could happen if I have a Smothering Tithe out with Marnius, but it doesn't happen like on turn 3 when like the board say was practically empty, and now I have all these options in my hand immediately.
And even then, my bad, my apology for cutting you off, but even then, notably, is most times you're just looking away to make infinite mana. You're not looking for a convoluted breach line. Like infinite mana is a lot of times easier because you just go ISO rev or whatever the fuck. Like, yeah, whatever line it is. Yeah.
Yep.
So
yep.
Infinite mana.
I did the thing at least. That's what's important.
Yeah. No, it's good to. It's always good to know that your deck can get it because user error is always an easy fix. Deck error can always be those head scratches. Like, well, what card do I need to switch out? No, user error is just like, I just got to mulligan more, you know, like do some more play tests, some more gold fishing. And for your deck, it sounds more like actual like games where you ad nauseum or, putting together those tight lines. Yeah. But GG though. It was good push. Good push. Let's pass it over to Emo. Talk to us, brother. Opening hand, levels ups, all that good stuff.
My opener was Enlightened Tutor, Selvala, Bloom Tender, Vamp Tutor, Orcish Bowmasters, and Overgrown Tomb. I think I bottomed the Elid Army's Call or something. I really shouldn't have kept it, but at the same time I didn't want to go to 6.
Okay.
Because I've just gone to 6 too many times, or to 5 too many times, and just haven't gotten anything.
I hear you.
I keep forgetting that Teferi has a minus ability unless it's in my hand. My go-to is, it's just a silence.
It's okay. We keep learning and growing, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Yeah.
You know, for next time, it's no biggie. Any other level ups though?
Don't keep one-landers unless you have a bunch of mana rocks.
Yeah.
I was gonna... I couldn't even... Yeah, my hand was Overgrown Tomb as my one land. So I was forced to Vamp Tutor for another land. Or a mana rock, but I couldn't off of that turn 1 Chalice for 0.
Yeah, I hear that.
So
respect.
That kind of shut me down.
Yeah. You were able to take it at the end, though. That was good. It was a nice pivot, leveraging the Bowmasters to help for colors, as well as being able to pressure Detrove, so you can finish off this player while leveraging the Bloom Tender. It was good. I fuck with it, man.
Yeah, I had that Enlightened Tutor in my hand since in my opener, and was really wanting to tutor for Smothering Tithe at some point.
Honestly, too, and I want to add, as someone who has played Sisay before, man, that deck, I mean, it feels just like what I just went through. Like, there's just so many options, and you can become very, very clouded by all of the access that you have, like, for all the planeswalkers and stuff that you have access to. When each treasure you make can then make 2 mana each. Like, man, you gotta...
I also had the Selvala on hand, so I didn't even need to do all that.
Yeah, once you get the Tyvar, you just kind of do your thing. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. No, yeah. Cool. I think you probably already connected with him, but Bissy's another great guy to rap with. He was the guy who was playing Kefka in the one game you played against. He was seat 3, and I think you were seat 1 or 2. Can't remember. But he's a really great guy to talk to, and just if you want to rap with him, he will sit there for days and talk Sisay. He's just on a Kefka. Well, not even call him a Kefka, but he is transformed into a Kefka pilot. So, but he still is a very, very skilled Sisay pilot. He's pilots so many versions, from the traditional to the what's the pod version where you have the 4 mana artifact, birthing pod version to the clam chowder, to everything. He's played every version. I only named the 3 that came to mind. He knows all the versions, all the lines. And so if that's something you want to rap with somebody, I ain't the person. I just know I know Teferi because of Marty. Shout out to Marty. It's Team Detrove. I can give you the fist bump on that. I love me some Marty's, man. So yeah, 100%. Any other level ups you like to share though, Emo?
Don't keep one-landers unless you've got mana rocks.
I hear you. No, 100%. Yeah, I definitely hear you there. I think this game, I don't regret my keep because it has a game plan. I wish I didn't have to change my game plan not to lose. I kept the Scolding Tarn Ragavan, Boseiju Shallow Grave, OBM, Bottoming, Mana Vault, and a Cabal. I wanted to keep some more mana because what I saw here was Ragavan was my card advantage and ramp. OBM is my game plan because this is more of a slower hand unless I top deck some gas. I did not draw for turn was an Elvish Spirit Guide. And when I did that, basically with Elvish Spirit Guide, I was able to hold up a Boseiju on starting on turn 1, which is great. I love this. Really awesome to see that Boseiju is just showing some of these utility things. So if I saw a breach line, I was like, oh, I could Boseiju it, cool. But when I didn't draw land on turn 2, I was like, I gotta progress this Boseiju. I'm gonna hold up either a shallow grave in case something happens, like or Ragavan, or like what I was thinking was, because I had 1/2 Elvish Spirit Guide plus the treasure from Ragavan, I have OBM casted, and I can also shallow grave OBM back out in case like someone OBMs or for some reason. My eye was on, of course, the Bloom Tender, but Detrove pushed it, so I said I have to sit back and let him push. If he gets down to 1 life, notably he had the deflecting SWAT, so I couldn't do anything about that. Oh, notably I drew an Elvish Spirit Guide and then I drew a Force of Will, but I didn't have a blue card to pitch. That was making me wish I had the Mana Vault, but you can't plan for something like that. There's a universe where I don't keep Mana Vault. I mean, don't keep Shallow Grave and keep Mana Vault. However, the reason I kept the Shallow Grave is to support the OBM game plan, but notably also it's one part of a combo, and I only need 5 mana. If I draw an Entomb, I only need 6 mana. If I draw an Unmarked Maven, I only need 7 mana if I draw a Lively Dirge. And seeing how I have 3 of those effects, I'm like, it's possible that I draw either one of those, as well as it's possible with the Ragavan I can grab a tutor off somebody. Notably, I was hitting Ultima, but because I couldn't hit Detrove, and I didn't think I wanted to hit a legendary creature. I was just say, yeah, I could hit like a creature tutor, but I don't need a creature tutor. I needed like a demonic tutor or something like that. So I was like, let me see if I can hit ramp off Ultima and then see what my top decks are. Because if I can get ramp off Ultima's deck, then the top decks can be serving me because I already had to bottom this. So yeah, like it ended up playing out. Top deck the Dream Halls. I really was paused there because I didn't want to pitch the Dream Halls, because next turn will be just crack with Ragavan, cast the Dream Halls, and just win. But as I was talking with Icy Mike, he was bringing up great points. Literally, if the Into the Float Maw resolves, then he's able to go Voice, and then if I can't stop the breach either way, so it had to stop the Into the Flood Maw. And so that was the conundrum I was in, and I didn't have a 5th mana. Notably, there is a universe where I say fuck it, I just hold up all 5 mana to hold up I crack Icy Mike with the Ragavan instead of hitting Detrove, and then I go, what's it called? Oh yeah, I just have the 5 mana for either the Hardcastle Force's Will, and if I don't have to use it, then I could just use the Dream Halls. But I felt like at that time it was more important to try to guarantee that Detrove gets out of the game, because he's about to win. And it can be argued, hey, play to win, don't do this. But I'm like, the only thing more frustrating is when a player says afterwards, well, I was trying to win. I'm like, bro, but you don't untap again. Sometimes you got to play to get another turn. And it's like that greed of like, well, I can win on my next turn, like, but you're not going to tap again. And so having to be that responsible player was a little like, I don't want to say frustrating, but it's kind of like, oh, I can't. I love the Dream Halls pool, but I didn't have enough mana because, or did I? 1, 2, I had 1 treasure. Oh shit, could I have 1? Oh shit, I think I flipped that. 1, 2. No, you had a Fierce Guardianship still in hand, right?
Yeah.
He had a Fierce Guardianship, so I couldn't have done that.
Yeah, because going into Mike's turn, I used the Fierce Guardianship on his Planeswalker.
So I couldn't have got the Dream Halls off. Yeah, I had land, treasure. I would have got the next treasure, and I would have had the Elvish Spirit Guide. I could have got the Dream Halls off, but you would have just Fierce Guardianshipped it. So yeah, that's what was going on. Yeah. So with that being said, the lesson for today is maybe I should have gone down to 4, but I just felt like the OBM was a good game plan against the Sisay player. I wasn't much, and I thought the Ultima player would be able to hate on the Detrove enough in that balancing act, because I knew if I'm taking a slower hand, I just need to draw my Entomb effect and buy time, and I knew that Sisay was going to be able to outgrind us with just making mana. So I said if I could take out a Bloom Tender or Mana Dorks, that means I can start pressuring Detrove's lives, as well as Ultima is going to put down stacks pieces that hurt the turbo game plan. I could just chill. Should I have gone down to 4? I don't think so. It just was a series of unfortunate events. To be honest, I really shouldn't have never seen a turn 3 at all. Like, had Detrove played his line out perfectly, he would have just won on his turn 3 seat 1. And so, yeah, this hand wouldn't have changed anything unless he went down to 1 life and I was able to do the Oblivion, but then he had a deflecting swat. So it'd have to be post him cracking his LED, but he had a lowest pedal as well. So it was just, honestly, Detrove had it in spades on turn 3 seat 1, and that was just good for Detrove. Like, both flowers to Detrove and the emo for actually taking the win there. But yeah, that was my hand. That was what was going through my head, and I'm happy that I got to see Boseiju. Being able to go Ragavan Elvish Spirit Guide to hold up that Boseiju felt really good. Every time I see Boseiju, I really love seeing it. So yeah, but I'm gonna pass it over to Icy Mike.
All right, yeah, I had to mold a 5, which was rough. But when I saw this, I had this as my 5. The 2 that I bottomed was Conduit of Ruin and Portal. Gotcha. Not a hard pitch. Decide I don't want those in my hand.
I'm just fucking with you.
But yeah, with this, I had the option here to do the Chalice for 0, or I could have pitched the Palantir to the Semblance Anvil on turn 1 and did Chalice for 1, and I would have had no hand, no way to really draw outside of top decking and hoping for the best. And I was like, well, the fact that only Mox Diamond was the only 0 drop, I was like, okay, nobody else either has them or they don't want to throw them out. If they don't want to throw them out, I can catch them off guard with it. Or if they just don't have them, then I'm just throwing this Chalice essentially away.
Right.
And having it at 1, it stops the mana vaults, it stops the soul rings, it stops the 1 mana counter spells, it stops so much stuff in the meta now. Honestly, I tend to want to do Chalice for 1 more often than I want to Chalice for 0, unless I'm in like first or second seat.
Yeah. The Chalice for 1 actually would have been crazy. You were right. That would have stopped the vault, the rain, the flood maul, everything, to be honest.
The tutors and everything, yeah.
The tutors, yeah.
But
tutors,
my
everything.
thing to do that too with this, though, with the Semblance Anvil, is it locks my anvil only to artifacts. Or to hit the artifact creatures, the Semblance Anvil, because it's only, if I exile just an artifact to it, it's like, well, now I'm stuck with just artifacts as being reduced.
No, I hear that. I'm saying, like, on your turn 2, you, instead of Semblance Anvil, you just Ancient Tomb Chalice 1.
I could have.
Do you remember what your first draw was?
It was a land. It was Rogue's Passage. Yeah.
Because my immediate thought here was,
or whatever land I played turn 2. I top decked a land. That was my first draw.
Yeah, my thought is Ancient Tomb into Grim Monolith, turn 2 land, Semblance Anvil, possibly pitching whatever you draw, but also you can pitch Palantir to just cast your...
Can't
cast my commander off of it.
Yeah. I think the reason he kept the Palantir of Authentic, because notably it wasn't drawing a lot of cards, but it was definitely drawing him cards, especially in colors. And just fuck the colors. It was scrying him 2 and then letting him get, each time he actually scryed 2, it was able to go 1 deeper. So he was digging. He saw at least between 9 and 12 cards with that booger. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't knock
tell you everything I pitched. Yeah. I pitched quite a few. I pitched to that thing. I pitched an Emrakul, Deceiver of Storm.
Right.
Not of This World. I pitched a Mycosynth Lattice and 2 lands. Like, I was digging. I was just looking for something to get, something to stick. I was trying to get that an artifact creature really for the Semblance Anvil to get the most value out of it.
Right.
And I mean, you saw the moment I put something under it, you know, I put the Warring Triad under it, I had an artifact creature, I started just dumping cards.
Yeah.
And I was able to sit there and dig with the 1 ring and had all that mana to just keep shooting out cards.
Yeah. Honestly, other than the Chalice on 1, I don't think there was any quote unquote like misplays or anything. No, yeah. I think
feel like I played that pretty tight.
Yeah, just literally just to that turn 2 Chalice on the 1. He vamps in response still, but then he's forced to pivot to a new line or just stick to the Atnaz and see if he can win through it. But yeah. Yeah, but that's a good level up. You just know to, like, you already know this, but it's like the confirmation of like, oh, I should have chalice on one for that one. And so it's just a good level
Even
up.
then, but then he would have had unlocked on the Lotus Petal and LED. And that's kind of what I was looking at too. That was my big debate for myself was, do I lock out the LED or do I lock out the tutors? It's like,
I think because he hadn't cast Mana Vault yet, had he?
No.
Yeah, so then it's the one was correct. Was the correct move.
Or for 0?
No, for 1.
Okay.
Yeah. For this, no, for this application, he's not able to cast ad nauseum at all. He's able to cast a tutor.
Because if I had pitched the Palantir to this, I could have done it on turn 1 for 1.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like it didn't sound like you wanted to do that play, and I wasn't gonna like. I didn't want to start that I didn't want to start that conversation because it was like objectively that card allow you the Palantir of Orthink allowed you to see so many cards. I'm like, nah, I wouldn't have even pitched it. I literally
the value of that on turn 1 was so huge.
Yeah, I think it did really. I think it did really well with your list. I think it's just objectively like the misplay, and it's not a big deal. It's just a level up for next time. We just do better for next time. It's like literally just knowing, like this was a great experience to say, like, do I cut off the LED or and Lotus, or do I try to cut off the 1-drops? And in this application, just having that internal, like, not I want to say heuristic, but just that pattern saying it's better just to hit the 1. Because it forces his vampire tutor to either still get the ad nauseum and hope that he can get, or to just pivot. He probably would just pivot maybe to a necro. Because did you have necro mana Detrove or no?
No, I don't think he did. Yeah, he did because of the Cabal. But here's the thing too: is on his turn 2, he did play the Mana Vault, so I wouldn't have been able to lock out the Mana Vault.
He didn't play the Mana, or he played the. He did. He played the Mana Vault on turn 2. Yeah, if that's the case, then yeah. It would have been fucked either way. So then at that case it didn't matter because either he cast the Lotus Petal to bounce or he cast the Arcane Signet to bounce. So it was just literally like respectfully, it was a little misplay on the Detrove. So I guess it didn't really matter then. So then the question is,
if I did it for 1, he wouldn't have been able to ad nause on turn 2.
Right. No. So the question is just you have gotten it out on turn 1 and done what stacks players do, which is try to establish your stacks piece on turn 1 so then you can get your value on turn 2.
And that's really what I did with putting it out for 0 and did the Palantir instead. That was my turn 1. Shove the stacks out, get the value out.
No, I'm saying like for the 1. I'm saying on turn 1, is it like instead of getting the Palantir out, you get the Palantir out on turn 2. Yes, you slow yourself down, but like I'm just for the conversation, like you stop all 1-drops moving forward. It goes back to what I said, well, like you kind of take accountability to stop anybody because you show off a lot of interaction. But you like completely stop the Mana Vault and anything else anybody's to try to do with the 1-drops, because that also stops his Vampiric, that stops the Mana Vault, that stops everything. Because I remember a game where you were on the seat in the play, you say, okay, on the seat in the play, 0 without question. But if you're 4th seat, it seems like the 1 is a better move because it stops so many plays moving forward. You know, and granted, I understand I don't get my value, but it's kind of similar to when I was saying, like, oh, do I play greedy and like try to like squeeze out some value and not pitch the Dream Halls and not use the Force and see what Detrove can do? Or do I realize like I need to play the untap again? And against like explosive turbo decks, you got to play the untap with that type of mentality. And I understand it's not popular. People want to play value. People want to take game actions. Like, I get it. We are playing a version of EDH, but we're playing cEDH, where it's just like, what can I do to make sure I can untap? And then the next thing is like, what can I do to win? Because I feel like you have an inevitable deck where if the game goes long enough, you are inevitable to win it because of the amount of value you're able to accrue. So it doesn't feel like, at least from my perspective, like taking the turn 1 off for the Chalice is a bad thing. But you know your deck better.
I could have held the Grim. I could have definitely held the Grim and just Ancient Tomb Chaliced and passed.
Yeah, I'm asking, not telling here. What do you think?
Well, looking at it, I could have did that. I didn't even think of that at the time. But I definitely, looking back, I could have did that for 1. Held the Grim Monolith, play into turn 2, which would have gave me access to 4 mana.
True.
Which I could have still did the Grim Monolith. Well, I would have had 2, 3 Grim Monolith, having then 4 mana. I could have then Done something. Honestly, I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah, get the think out or no?
Yeah, I probably would have just tapped get the think out and hold the Grim Monolith for another one more turn.
Yeah, because objectively, like I said, until the Ristic study came out, you were seeing more cards. And the Atnons, of course, you were seeing more cards than everyone each game. You know what I'm saying? It was impressive, literally, pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, as I told you, I was like, this is one of those weird ones where it's like, the moment I get one or two pieces in, the whole deck just shoves the deck onto the table.
Right. Yeah, you just and that kind of makes it say, okay, so what stops me from shoving the deck on the table? It's time, and that's when we go back to the root. We're like, okay, now we know for next time. Chalice on 1. Now I guarantee, well, not guarantee, but at least I increase my chances to be able to see turn 3 through 5, which is when I explode. I just got to make sure I get to turn 3 through 5. And honestly, that would have probably made Detrove go like, damn, I should have got the vault out on turn 1, but it would have been pish posh at that point. You know what I'm saying? Just a game of patience. Yeah.
Definitely. Games usually where I can get my commander out on turn 2, I'm usually in a commanding seat the entire game.
Okay. Yeah. Respect.
Because you think turns every single land into a freaking ancient tomb.
Yeah. I feel that.
That's hard to overcome once the commander's out and I get a couple protection pieces or something. It's hard to handle.
I definitely understand it. This being the second game against it, I think that, and once again, this is just my perspective. This is the second game I played with it, and both games, a lot of game actions are taken, but they don't always convert to wins, and it's because like the colored spells are so powerful. So I think being able to cut those colored spells off the knee and bring them down to your level, just being a colors deck, and then you having a command zone that surpasses, makes you more than a colors deck, is really powerful. Like by establishing that, like, this is my early stacks. This stops my opponents from getting ahead of me, and now we're all in the same, or at least they're closer to me. And then my Ultima either closes the gap, and I'm right there with you, right there with them, or like the ultimate makes me like exactly like on that turn 1 at turn 4, you just was smacking spell after spell after spell after spell after spell. And if you can guarantee each time that you play that you can get to that turn 3 to 5 critical turn, shit, that ain't nothing but water. You know what I'm saying? Literally ain't nothing but it. You know what I'm saying? So, really awesome. Like to see, like, literally it was like the thing, like had the Chalice come down to 1, I wouldn't have been surprised if you converted that into, I can't say a win because we both had the Bowmasters, and so there's a universe where we could ping off of the Ultima, but like I do see you having an explosive play guaranteed. You having that guaranteed explosive turn, which is really cool to know that a colorless deck can get down like that. That's cool.
Yeah. If Tezzeret had, I remember I had played Tezzeret and it got countered. If that had been able to stick, I would have been able to untap that Grim Monolith and immediately play the One Ring, which would have been a whole turn sooner.
Right. Yeah.
Which would have been able to dig me a little bit deeper.
I remember when you was asking me, I need you to protect this, but I'm like, bro, just I'm thinking, man, I ain't telling this that I got a force move because I don't want to use this force move. I don't want to cast my, I don't want to pitch my dream halls.
That, but I was like, and it's like, if I can get the ring out, essentially, I was trying to get the Tezzeret to get the ring out.
I was like, nah, let's just fucking kill him, bro. I don't want to. I really didn't want to pitch this dream halls. I was hoping that Detrove didn't have it. I was really hoping he didn't have it because I was like, bro, if I could just untap with this fucking dream halls, it's gonna be so fucking legendary. But it's okay.
Oh yeah, dream halls for me does nothing too. That's like the one card. If I see it played, I'm just like,
I kid you not. Like I literally, like when I topped at that dream halls, I was like, fuck. I literally was feeling inside my gut, like, man, like had like literally like it makes me think longer on my mulligan, like either going down to a 4 to get a draw engine. But the Ragavan, though I wouldn't call it a draw engine, it is some form of card advantage, being able to see cards each turn that connects damage. But I was like, damn, like there were so many plays that the Mana Vault enabled. Should I have let the Shallow Grave go and kept the Mana Vault? Because that honestly, like a turn 2 Mana Vault would have let my Force Will been online. A turn 2 Mana Vault would have let my Dream Halls been online. Like so many things changed had I had the Mana Vault. But granted, I didn't know. Like Shallow Grave allowed me to have a game plan in addition to slowing the game down with the OBM. I have the game plan of just having the Shallow Grave to say if I get my Entomb effect, I can win the game. And with just mana. So it's a tough one, man. Fuck. That was a good one. That was a good layered game right there, man. Fuck. GG. Any other closing remarks before we transition off, man? Good game to everybody, by the way. Great win, Emo. Great push, Detrove. Great explosion, Mike. Everyone, just GG. Thank you all for coming on. Any closing remarks, though?
Just thanks for having us and having such a cool community.
Want to thank you, brother. Likewise, thank you for coming on so last minute. Oh, shout out to Emo. He was our 4th to sign up. But so I had him on to say, hey, you're our backup player in case you're available. And he just was, honestly, I want to say thank you for being available at such a last minute, because our 4th, the homie, wasn't able to make it because he was having some internet issues. So I want to say thank you, especially to you, Emo, for making the time so last minute. I appreciate you a lot, brother. Thank you so much. And you got to come on and get a win on the channel. First time on the channel, bro. Most people like Detrove been coding for a while. You know what I'm saying? But
that's my 3rd time in this bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's my 2nd.
You know what I'm saying? So being able to just like come on and do your thing, like real shit, like flowers to you, bro. I'm really glad that you were to make, first of all, make it in and also get the win. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. And Mike, any closing remarks?
Check you out. Check us out over here at Elder Brewhouse too. We're trying to roll some stuff out.
Yeah.
Do have for that Kefka list. I do have a insane play from last week. I just did. I'm gonna be posting that here in the next day or two.
Cool.
So you can really see the explosiveness of Kefka kind of go off.
Cool. I fuck with
Yeah.
it. All right. Well, with that said, if you're looking for more ways to support the show, we have a plethora. Starting off with joining our TC community. Emo Chicken, Detrove, and Icy Mike are all community members that have the opportunity to join me on the stream. So if you want to join them or if you want to join me for my next stream, make sure you join the ThunderConductor Community. But if you say, hey T, I want to be a little bit more. I want to support you financially, but I want some extra perks like early release and exclusive content, shouts in the YouTube videos and streams, as well as free proxies and discount codes. I want you to check out the link to join the Thunder Legion Patreon community. These guys rock, and they keep the lights on the way that they could not imagine. And last but not least, if you say, hey T, I want to join these guys, I want to give a huge shout out to the Is It tier patrons, Ziggy and the Prater, and our Mono Red tier patrons, Incognito, Wavia Shira, Bissy Baxon, and B-Rad. And last but not least, if you say, hey T, I don't want the Patreon, the proxies, or the perks. I just want to say one time for the fun time that I love what you do, and I want to learn, how do you make Tiamat so explosive? How do you politics so well? Or how do I make my deck a meta buster? If you want all these services and more, check out the link in the bio. I offer one-on-one coaching, and I would love to see you in my next session. With that said, y'all be great, and I will see y'all soon. Peace.